Now, at first glance, standing water intuition might say it's not the best water. Flowing streams, flowing rivers are best because it's flowing water. Not in every situation. You might get obviously nice clear mountain streams up in the mountains and so forth. It's going to be fairly clean water. And that's going to be cleaner than standing water. But if you get creeks and rivers, especially slow flowing creeks, streams and so forth in the lowlands, where you might have houses, farms, factories, towns and villages, and animals and so forth coming to the water and contaminating the water actually may not be all that great. So in some situations, some standing water, depending on the situation, may be okay. Now, I just picked up this water here. It surprises me just how clear the water is. And I've identified 7 reasons why this water is not too bad, and in some situations it may be better than some stream that's got pollutants coming in, that's got animals coming in, and the turbidity, the dirt is being mixed up in the water, which is a bad thing. So the first point is, this pond is a fair-sized pond. It's not a huge lake, but it's a fair-sized pond. It's not a small pond, it's not a small puddle that's going to become stagnant. Secondly, this pond is receiving sun and air all day. Now, if the water receives sun all day, it's potentially, the UV radiation in the sun is potentially killing bacteria and killing bugs, especially at the surface of the water. Why you're collecting water, again, at the surface. I know, for example, there are no large animals or cows or things coming to this dam to contaminate the water, to bath in there, to stir up the water, to walk through it, to lay their waste and contaminate it and so forth. So that is one reason. I know this pond is fairly isolated from, there's no incoming water, there are no houses next door or creeks or polluted water sources coming into the pond. It's a fairly isolated pond just sitting here, so that's another factor. I know there are fish in the pond, and that means straight away that the water isn't a deadly toxic cocktail where fish can live, so the water's not too bad. And I don't have any proof for this, I stand to be corrected, but I think fish help keep water clean anyway, especially they eat bugs, insects, larvae, mosquito larvae and so forth. And the final but not least is the water, like I've said, is still standing water, and this is why you don't want to disturb the water. Still water is actually the first and most basic step to treating water. It's called sedimentation. If you just leave water, all the sediments, the dirt and so forth, even bacteria and bugs would have settled out of the water to the bottom. So the very top layers are quite clean. That's why you want to very carefully skim the water from the top, and you don't want to step in the water or disturb the water. That's the first step, sedimentation, to water treatment. And if you collect water in a bottle, you can always leave it again. The longer the better, and that'll settle more. Carefully skim the water off, and any sediments down the bottom you can discard. And also, bacteria is just like dirt particles. They're going to float down to the bottom as well. That's why you can filter bacteria from water. If you can filter dirt out, you can filter out bacteria because they behave just like dirt particles. So even the bacteria and contaminants like that will settle down and so forth. So that's 7 main reasons why this pond water actually isn't too bad as a source of water. In actual fact, there are 2 main, potentially 3 main natural processes working to actually treat this water and make it clearer and safer to drink. The UV radiation is killing bugs at the surface. It's still in calm water, so there's sedimentation occurring, all the bugs and dirt settling down to the bottom. And the third reason may be the fish. I just think fish help keep the water clean, but I stand to be corrected on that point.